Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to be shedding light on the top reasons why you should not quit your job. So why should you abstain, desist, and refrain from quitting your job? Well, first and foremost is that by retaining your job, it allows you to have some semblance of an income. Ideally, you want to be able to create income-generating assets and build your reoccurring revenue stream so that you could offset your reoccurring expenses. But you will need a job for short-term relief because it takes ample time to create income-generating assets and subsequently build your reoccurring revenue streams to the extent that they could offset your reoccurring expenses. By having a job, even if it's a dead end, minimum wage, dispiriting, agonizing, debilitating, distressful job, it will at least provide you with some semblance of income which you can earmark towards procuring food products and vegan supplements. You want to be able to satisfy your voracious appetite, especially if you're famished, and working a dead-end minimum wage job will at least provide you with some semblance of income for food products, even though it may not provide you with much more money beyond being able to afford food products. So it provides minimal purchasing power, but it at least allows you to keep yourself afloat in the simulated reality. The second reason to not quit your job is so that you could build your work history on your resume. You do not want to be perceived as turnover by a prospective employer. In the interim, in the interlude, as you're making the transition to finding a higher paying job, to attaining a job that can afford you an opportunity for a long-term career, you want to be able to show that you can stick with the job long-term and that you're an enticing candidate. If you're pivoting from one job to another, constantly transitioning from job to job, then an employer is going to be deterred from hiring you because they want a candidate who will stay with them long term and not quit. They want to keep their attrition rates at an all-time low, and they do not want to invest in training a candidate who will quit on them prematurely. So do not be perceived as turnover. Build your personalized brand, build your work history, build your resume, build your credentials, and show that you're not only a highly qualified and competent employee, but that you also have the self-discipline to stick with a job long term. You want to be able to show that you're tenacious, hardworking, and dedicated, and that you do not easily relent, nor waver, nor capitulate. The third reason to not quit your job is so that you could avail yourself of in-house promotional opportunities. Companies are more apt to promote their employees in-house rather than hire an external candidate. They already built rapport with you. They already established a relationship with you. So if you're applying for a higher paying position at the company you work at, you're more apt to attain it than an external candidate. Sometimes job listings are available to in-house employees before they're available to the public. So it behooves you to stick with a job long term, especially if you're eager to get promoted in-house by your current employer and attain a higher paying position with your current employer. The fourth reason is that working a job, even if it's a dead-end minimum wage job, allows you to build a network. You will be able to meet ample coworkers, and you'll be able to potentially collaborate with them in the future. The future is enigmatic and obscure and beyond a veil of time. However, by meeting coworkers, it can provide you with an opportunity to bring a podcast to fruition. It could provide you with the opportunity to collaborate on videos and on future projects. You can even co-author books with a coworker. You never know where these opportunities can lead. Will you start an enterprise with a coworker? Will you form a corporation with a coworker? Will you work on projects with a coworker? Who knows? The future is uncertain. But if you're not out there in the real world, if you're relegated to the virtual world, it's going to be much more arduous to collaborate, socialize, and meet others. So working a job does allow you to build your network, at least with your coworkers, and who knows which types of customers you'll be able to stumble into. A customer you meet may become a future coworker. You never know who will join your corporation. So those are the top reasons why you should not go to your job. To recapitulate, in sum, is that it provides you with some income for short-term relief, so that at least you can procure food products and vegan supplements. It allows you to build a work history and not be perceived as turnover. You may also increase your credentials by working for an employer. When you work for an employer, you take on far more responsibilities than you otherwise would if you're self-employed. Third reason, if you recollect, is that it allows you to be more apt to avail yourself of in-house promotional opportunities at your company that you currently work for. And the fourth and final reason is that it can afford you networking opportunities. You can at least expand your network. And in the future, your current coworkers may help you to bring more meritorious content to fruition, especially if you create a podcast with them, create videos with them, create live streams with them, and co-author books with them if you so choose to. You may also want to start an enterprise with them. It's up to you. I hope that you found this video to be enthralling and insightful. I hope that you were regaled and bedazzled. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.